I wanted to demonstrate Scottish folk, Irish from the waist down river dancing, classical ballet, flamenco and contemporary dance in about a minute. That's 5 seconds per genre. Rob said it might well be amusing but would serve no purpose as an example of beneficial activities for older folk. This video will show a class of tap dancers from multiple angles. You'll find out why older people like to learn tap dancing, and a bright young doctor of dance from Sydney University will explain why dancing is so good for you. So, don't put it off any longer, put on your red shoes and dance. But what in particular are the benefits of dance as opposed to, say, jogging, especially for the over 60s?
So, in terms of dance, if it's a structured dance structured exercise program compared to structured dance program, that was the study that I actually did, and we compared all of the research to date that did that comparison, and out of all of the measures that were taken, more than half of the measures, dance actually improved more so than your basic structured exercise program, and that's like your jogging, your weight training. For all of the other measurements that were not better, the dance was not more effective for, it was equally as effective as your structured exercise program.
Excellent. Good.
So yeah, it's definitely something that, particularly in cardiovascular health, your balance, your lower limb strength, those are the three key ones. Your agility, your flexibility, those ones are the key ones that dance outperformed regular exercise. Tap dancing is quite beneficial because you've got quite high impact going through your legs, and as you get older, bone health is really important, and the more impact that you have going through your lower legs, through your limbs, then it's going to stimulate the bone to get stronger. That's why something like jogging is really important, because you're getting 2-3 times your body weight impacting up through your legs, and the same thing happens when you're doing something like tap dancing because you're stomping your feet.
What about the health benefits? Are there any health benefits?
Oh, absolutely, yes. Keeping fit and healthy, yeah. Oh, it's fantastic.
Good for the brain as well?
Oh, the brain, yeah, you've got to concentrate on everything and watch and remember. Yeah. It's excellent, really good, yes.
Excellent, fine.
So in terms of the neurological aspects of dance, you've got a few different things. One, mirror neurons. So when you watch someone else do a movement and then you're copying, they have certain neurons called mirror neurons that are working harder, and you then working those a lot more because you're copying movement. Another aspect of how the brain functions is there's called executive function and forward planning. And so that idea that you need to think ahead of what it is that you want to do, how you need to go about it, planning what you want to do, but then also being able to execute. So it's quite complex.
Yeah, when you put it like that, it's very complicated.
Yes, and so for your brain to be able to do that, it is quite a challenge, and what they call a cognitive challenge. And that's why one of the things that they're finding is quite beneficial. They're looking at, there are some studies looking at dementia patients that forward planning gets kind of preserved even with dementia. And so by doing something like a dance class, it helps keep stimulating that aspect of the brain and keep it working. So yeah, it's quite interesting.
Good, thank you very much. Just on the gender imbalance, I have to say, our class there was, I think, a couple of blokes and 26 women. Why is that, do you think?
I think it is very much a cultural thing. I really wish that more men would get involved, because it is something fun, and as long as if you can find a class where it's music that you enjoy and you like moving to the music, and it's great for getting that social connectedness, it's great for your mental health, just that enjoyment aspect. A lot of people are trying to figure out what is this special key with dance and why is it helping with autism or dementia or Parkinson's, because these patients seem to respond really well to it, and it's doing something in the brain that is amazing, because whether it's triggering a memory. We know that music can actually improve your, increase your pain threshold, so you don't feel as much pain.
Is there a social side to dance?
There is definitely, we in particular seeing, there's studies that have shown that there's an increase in social connectedness in people that go and do dance class, in particular if it is a partner dance, because you do have the aspect of touch. As I explained with the leading, you have to make eye contact with the person to be able to show that intention. We're about to do another movement. And you need, and then even if it's in a group setting, just simply that synchronous movement as a whole. So you've got 26 people in a room all doing the same movement. As I said, just for mood, it reduces signs of depression, it can improve mood just simply because you're moving together all as one.
They love it. That it's the music, the happiness, the social aspect. I mean, it's great for the brain, you know, it really is. And they're concentrating, yet they're exercising. They don't realise they're exercising because they're concentrating so much on the steps and choreography. Oh, this group, oh my God. You know, like, they're so lovely. If somebody new turns up, they'll all get together and say, look, don't worry, we're in exactly the same position as you years ago. So, yeah.
Years ago. So there's obviously great longevity in the great activity to keep doing.
Yeah.
Forever.
Oh, this is happy.
Yeah.
This is so happy. Tap is so happy.
Yeah.
Dance. What a wonderful medium it is. And as we have seen in the tap dancing class, in the room there was 28 people there, 2 blokes, but aside from the movement and the rhythmic body movements and the concentration on the tap, what was really noticeable in the room was the level of concentration. And as she told us later, even ballet dancers have a hard time learning tap dancing. Also, what we saw was the good professor, Alicia, telling us that dancing is good for just about every area of the human life when it comes to muscular, skeletal strength. Neural connections and pathways are all formed. They don't quite know how it works, but it does. It's suitable for aging, dementia, autism, all sorts of problems can be solved by dance. So if you've never thought of it, you've probably seen dancing, why not give it a try?
Mm-hmm.